Hi everyone, and welcome to our video on using a right triangle to help us find a compass direction. Okay, so it says a kayaker is 1.5 miles east and 2 miles south of their car. What bearing should be taken to paddle directly to the car? All right, so again, anytime you have a word problem, make sure to draw a nice big picture. So we got lots of space. If the space isn't big enough, we can retry on a different sheet of paper. Okay, but also because we see compass directions, so east, south, what we want is to mark our compass. So north, east, south, west. So never eat soggy waffles. Never eat sour watermelon. North, east, south, west. Okay, and it says a kayaker is 1.5 miles east. Okay, so I'm just going to say here going 1.5. So there's 1.5 miles to the east. That's a 5. And 2 miles south of their car. Okay, so after east, we would go downwards. South, here's 2 miles. Okay, so 1.5 miles. Oops. There you go. Okay, 1.5 miles east and then 2 miles south of their car. So this is their car. This is the person. Okay, so that's the car 1.5 miles east and then 2 miles south of their car. Yes. Okay, so what it wants is says what bearing should be taken to paddle directly to the car. Okay, so we're assuming that the car's right on the edge of the lake or yeah, it's got to be a lake or ocean miles. That's a lot of paddling. Okay, so what we need to do is find this angle right here. Okay, so it's asking what bearing should be taken. And with that bearing, let's sketch this also. Okay, so it's starting to get messy again, but north, east, south, west. Okay, so the reason I put that in the blue, so because they asked for a bearing. So not just an angle like in standard position, they asked for a bearing. So that means based on this blue axis, remember bearings always start north or south. So that means it should be north, whatever this angle is, that's why I marked that angle, needs that angle, north, whatever that angle is, toward the west. So that would be the form for our answer. Okay, so let's figure out this angle then. Okay, so I got all those colors going. With those colors, so again, this is our focus, this angle. Well, opposite of this angle is the 1.5. And then adjacent is the 2. The missing side would be the hypotenuse, just to label it, but we don't need it. And this is a right triangle because of our axes. We know that that's a right angle. North, east, south, west make right angles. So that means it looks like I need to use the SOH CAH TOA to help me with this problem. So we've got, it is going to be tangent, but let me mark it right above also. So SOH CAH TOA. Because I have opposite and adjacent, that's what I want to use. So tangent of the missing angle theta is the opposite over adjacent. Tangent of the missing angle is 1.5 over 2. And then, so to find a missing angle, we need to use our inverse trig. So that's where we do inverse tangent of that tangent of theta equal inverse tangent of the 1.5 divided by 2. Okay, so the tangent inverse and tangent cancel. We're left with just theta. And then if we couldn't use a calculator, that's as good as it gets. Okay, however, I'm going to assume that this is an application. Usually we're allowed to use a calculator, so I'm going to go to Desmos. Boom, here it is. Oh, Desmos, always easy to find. Okay, and then I'm just going to type that in. So it's in the function menu, tangent inverse, 1.5 divided by 2. And there it is. There's our angle. Okay, and let's round it to 1 decimal, 36.9 degrees. Okay, so and just, yes, tangent inverse 1.5 over 2. Okay, so theta is 36.9 degrees. I'm going to use an approximately 36.9 degrees. Okay, so that's helping us get our answer. But let's now combine these two. We said our answer needed to look something like that. Now we have it. North 36.9 degrees toward the west. That's our final official compass direction answer. Okay, so the person needs to paddle that direction, assuming there's no current. Okay, so that they can make this more complicated later. Okay, but that's it. 36.9 degrees goes directly to the car. North 36.9 degrees west goes directly to the car. Okay, so that's how we can work with these. Okay, so remember, if you ever have to find an angle, you have to do an inverse trig function. Okay, so thanks for watching. If you have questions, please let me know. Otherwise, that's it. See you next time.